Investors continue to worry over rising inflation in the US, which signals overheated conditions of the American economy. Although Fed Chair Jerome Powell assures markets that the central bank will continue supporting the economy and that the accelerated inflation is of temporary nature, US stock indices closed last week with losses. Against this backdrop, the US dollar remained in demand among investors. So the US dollar index, which measures its value against the basket of 6 major currencies, reached a 3-month high of 92.83. Fears of the third coronavirus wave that has been confirmed by the World Health Organization have also strengthened the position of the greenback. On the other hand, there is a positive driver, which is a strong retail sales report in the US for June. The data showed an unexpected increase in sales. Meanwhile, the euro lost its ground against a stronger US dollar and ahead of the European Central Bank meeting that is due this Thursday. Last Sunday, ECB head Christine Lagarde mentioned that the regulator was ready to review its recommendations on monetary stimulus and that a new policy would be introduced as early as 2022. At the same time, Christine Lagarde called on monetary authorities not to rush with the decision to tighten the policy. As for the pound sterling, it also finished last week in the red, reaching its 2.5-month low. Unlike the US Federal Reserve, the Bank of England admits the acceleration of inflation and recognizes the need to cope with it. Thus, it was said that the central bank could decide to stop government purchases due to a sharp rise in inflation to a 3-year high of 2.5%. Today, on July 19, the UK plans to lift the restrictive measures which may reassure the pound buyers and help the British currency win back some of its previous losses. Last week was marked with losses for Bitcoin as well. The number one cryptocurrency is gradually sliding below $30,000 per token. This is how crypto markets are reacting to the pressure from the Chinese government on miners. In case the news background deteriorates, the price of Bitcoin could fall even below the indicated level. Oil quotes also came under pressure amid a stronger US dollar. Thus, Brent crude declined to $73 per barrel, which is the lowest level since mid-June. Therefore, oil lost 3% of its value over the past week. As for the OPEC deal, both Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates managed to reach a compromise that allowed the cartel to raise production. Besides, oil traders are worried about the new Delta coronavirus strain that may lead to new restrictions and a reduction in fuel demand. In the meantime, gold, being a safe haven asset, found support and gained ground. The price of the precious metal finished its 4th week with gains. Even though the rising US dollar is weighing on gold, its quotes closed last week near a monthly high of $1,820 per troy ounce. You've watched the combined review of financial markets with me, Anna Kasatkina. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.